What is up, guys? I'm back with another video for my Fitness Fridays, because today is motherfucking Friday! Ooh! Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about something in regards to just more fitness and related, and so with more of my background in running and everything, so I've ran for, oh god. Well, I used to run competitively. I ran in college, I ran in high school, and so honestly, I got decent enough to go to college for it. And so I did that. That was fun, kind of. Not really. There's an asterisk on it. People would be like, "Oh, it's running. It's never fun." I'm like, yeah, you could say that. But the main thing behind it is that, yeah, I picked up a lot of experience on the way. I picked up a lot of perspective along the way, and ever since then, I kind of learned the things that, work for me, and then I kind of learned the things that, don't. And I learned how to deal with specific injuries, learned how to deal with certain just procedures and everything, and my boom arm is being weird. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about something that's very important. So it's like a lot of the things I covered just beginner stuff in my last video for this, and so this one I wanted to cover beginning stuff for running. And so the very first thing, and it's going to be short, simple, kind of, maybe we'll see, probably middle of the line video, but it's going to be essentially about picking the right shoes essentially for running. And this is super important, like knowing what shoes to have and knowing what shoes to look for. Because, yeah, you could get lucky and pick up a pair of shoes from just anywhere and be okay. Mind over matter, right? Yeah, like that's ultimately with running, that's what everyone's going to tell you. It's like if you don't mentally know what to do with it, then, mental will always excel over everything. But in the long run, having the right shoes does play a major impact in it. So yeah, definitely look to get the right shoes, because there's different types of running styles. There's different types of how people run, whether they, when you're running, you connect, it'd be better with examples, gosh. But anyway, when you're running, it's whether you run toes, your toes hit the ground first, or when you're running, you run like how I do. It's like, I think it's more neutral pronation is what the actual terms are for. I have a brother that used to work for a shoe place, and so he would know more a lot about it because he knows what to look for, and so that's helpful. But yeah, so I run heel toe essentially, not to make references to music and drumming and everything like that, but yeah, it's all connected. Yeah. Anyway, shoes are a big deal. Super big deal, because you have to know when they wear out, you have to know when they are good and you can continue to use them. You don't want to replace just because you want to replace, but if you have the money, why not, right? You can do whatever you want, it's your money. So I get it, but no, shoes will take care of not just your feet, but your legs, everything in between, essentially your waist and your feet. So joints, muscles, everything in between. Everything. So if you have the wrong shoes, then it's essentially like working out, and your form for working out is bad. Like, it does the same impact. It's not going to like benefit you. It's actually going to harm you more so if you have shoes that, if for running anyway, if you have shoes for running that are not meant for you, not built for your style of running, not built for how you can. It's like, obviously you can deal with it, obviously you can get over it, but no, in the long run, just get the right shoes. And so in that, there's not points for this, there's not any of that. It's just, if you have a place, like I have a place here where I live that I can go, and they have this like treadmill, larger treadmill that you can get on, and they will pretty much evaluate how you run. And so they'll see how your feet land. They'll see how your feet land, like according to your ankles, and how your ankles like line up with your calves and everything like that. So they'll pay attention to that, and then they'll give you a list of shoes. I was lucky to find a pair of shoes that fit me, and I've stuck with those pair of shoes since forever. So it's like I've ran with the same model of shoes. Obviously, as they advance science within everything, make the shoe better, make gel more supportive and everything like that. Yeah, I've pretty much bought the same model of shoes because I know that was the shoes for me. They fit my running style, they feel comfortable, they can last a long time, and so it's great. So it's like, it takes care of me. And so that's the main thing you want to do. You want shoes that will last and take care of you. So as a person who ran competitively, in college I was running 80 miles a week. So it's like, I essentially would go through a pair of shoes in a semester in college. So it's like, 80 miles a week, I don't know, 20 weeks essentially. So 80 miles a week, that's like 16 to 20 weeks. You're pretty much putting like 1,300 miles on a pair of shoes. 1,300 miles on a pair of shoes in a semester. So it's like, yeah, it's pretty intense. It's crazy. It's all over the place. It does, yeah, a lot of impact. And so, yeah, you see, it's like, if you run that competitively, you definitely need to pay attention to how much and how often your shoes deteriorate, and you need to pay attention to how often you need to either replace them or just pay attention to the support in general. But yeah, so pay attention to your shoes. Like, go to a place like that if you have one in your area. If you don't, I would recommend looking up videos, have someone record how you run, and just run in place. You don't actually have to run. If you have someone that can follow behind you, it can, but that kind of makes the video all like, did the same thing. But yeah, like, if you can do that, and then you could see how your feet land, and you can see how your legs line up and everything like that, you can find out like what your running style is, and shoes are pretty self-explanatory on like what they do. So yeah, definitely, and it's definitely pay attention to that. Get the right shoes. Talk to people. Ask people. Like, ask me. It's like, I can definitely give you some resources in that, and I can lead you in the right direction for that. Because I know contacts, I know people from just all my years of running anyway. But anyway, yeah, pick the right pair of shoes. Get those Yeezys. Gotta look fly and stuff. Just fashionable drip. You get it? Got me? Bleh. But anyway, that will also be another video, just talking about like outfits and clothes and stuff like that for running. But really, you could just run in anything, just not something that perfect flexibility. But anyway, I'll talk more about that later, and I'll talk more about other stuff. But thank you if you watched, however, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I prefer you to watch all of this video, but no, I appreciate if you watch any of it. It means the world to me. Like, I'm just happy to do this and just talk about just stuff I've experienced in my life and just share it with you guys. If you find it helpful, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the video if you found any of this helpful, or if you feel led to. I feel more than happy to share and talk with anyone about really anything. So it's like, that's one of the best and worst traits I have, is that I am full of useless and useful knowledge. It's all up in here. Yeah. But anyway, have a great night, day. It's a Friday. Just go enjoy yourself, okay? Yeah! Woo!